Good evening, everyone. Happy holidays. My name is Paul, and I'm about to tell you all about the Tough Love Arena State of the Game December 2025 edition. What's new? What do you have as fans have to look forward to? What have we done recently? Let's just jump right in. The main topic of the day, and for the last couple of months, has been the arcade mode. Now, as I've explained before, this is being worked on by a small team of people, namely Clove, Dabasar, and Kerbokek, with Kerbo in the chat right now. Thank you, Kerbo. These three have been putting in an immense amount of work. I'm very, very grateful. And we kind of underestimated the holidays and how much it would impact everyone. So our original optimism for a December release is going to be pushed back to either very late December or very early January. I'm still very dedicated to getting it out as soon as possible, and we are all trying our best, but that is the state of things. So if you haven't heard, we're about to launch this new arcade mode. It's going to have character-specific storylines. It's going to have little cutscenes with limited animation of the sprites moving around. It's going to have some character-specific mini-games, like I think Onion has a parry challenge. There are new boss characters, and there's also new modding and UI features. It's a huge update. We'll probably have some bugs, we'll probably have some rough spots. We'll keep iterating on it right after release, but we want to make sure it's, in a pretty good state before we put it in your hands. So, still finishing that up. Beyond that, there isn't really much else to report. There isn't any events coming up that I want to say out loud right yet. Normally, I'll put this back on for a second. Normally, we would announce the date of the birthday tournament right now, but because that's going to coincide, hopefully, with our full release sometime in January, I want to see how that plays out first. So we're going to be doing something in January, worst case February. We'll have something like the birthday event. We'll have some online major and ability to make skins, but I don't want to commit to a date while there's still so much going on right now with arcade mode. But we can jump into the survey real quick. Just a few responses this time. So, very quickly springing by these. According to 3 superfans, TLA is still fun to play, still easy to learn the basics, still sufficiently deep, likely to recommend, more than not likely to recommend. Noodle is strong and fun. Not necessarily anything, but a note. I got enlightened to Noodle being theoretically strong really fast. 4H is an 8 frame with high recovery if it whiffs, barely, and you still have the biggest poke in all of ever, and when you're in the corner, you're Urian now. But Noodle still feels like you aren't getting noodled. You're getting playered. I'm glad. There has been more noise recently about Trample, which is really interesting. I know it's impacted by other changes in the meta, like the changes to throw text and everything, but many of these are, months, if not a year old. Interesting how that has sort of risen in the latter part of this game's competitive lifespan as being a potentially problematic move. So I'm aware of it, but I'm happy to hear that this one person still thinks there's still a lot of room for player expression. You can nerf something, the frenzy buff that made it unburstable. Make Trample -5 on block instead of -2. I'm open to doing this. And Soup dies on tech. You wish it didn't die on tech. I guess it doesn't need to. Then they would just block the Soup. Noodle is kind of crazy. That's interesting. I'll think about that. Rice is average, but fun. They want to move up the invincibility of Quick Port, making it easier to react to being armored by moves such as Chop. So like your whip got armored, and then you want to cancel it into Quick Port to make the Chop whiff, or at least armor through the Chop. And you're getting stuffed in the startup. That makes sense. Add an extended hurt box on swipe recovery, making the punish range more lenient and allowing to be whiff punished more easily. Does it not have one at all? If you caught the beginning of this stream, unfortunately we will not hear any game audio right now. I've got an issue with OBS, but this will be quick. So normally with like whip, we've got this extended hurt box during recovery. For swipe, oh, there's something. It's not a lot. I think I was trying to find the balance of like how much of this could feel hittable. It's there, and it's there, and there. But this player would want I presume either extended further or they didn't even realize it was there because maybe it's too fast. But to set the record straight, it is still there, but I think in less of a material way than whip. Beef is, ooh, average. That's surprising, but fun. My bad lemon going away on a hit hurts worse than I thought. Increased upward hitbox on parry to beat noodle corner setup. Noodle corner setup. What does Beef's parry look like now? Don't make soup die on tech. Wait, does soup die on tech or not die on tech? Let's see if I can do this first try. I cannot. Oh, wrong button, that's why. Okay. Beef goes, Okay, that. Oh yeah, there's no height on that. That is surprisingly accurate for a move that I want to just kind of work. So I'm definitely down to increase the hitbox on this. Make that a little bit more permissive. No nerfs for Beef. Pork is strong and fun. Increase close upward chop hitbox to beat noodle corner setup. Does anyone know what this noodle corner setup is? I could see, yeah, both of these being a little permissive here. Interesting feedback. Remove chop and remove chopped knockdown airborne connect. This is arguably, I don't know if you'd argue this is a nerf buff. I like this. I think it adds some interesting texture. Onion is strong and fun. Increase parry hitbox to not allow it to get outranged in some situations. So this is on the follow-up to Onion's parry, which is not big, the little lightning, the little zappy zap. But they wish parry was punishable on block, which really only happens when you do safe jumps. I think I wanted safe jumps to be strong, but not too strong. And if you're Beef, Onion, Noodle, and maybe Pork, you could hard call out a wake up parry. Garlic, probably not. Maybe you could backflip and then punish. Oh no, but I think parries are just like fully invuln until they recover, right? I forget. I know I've seen like parry on parry. Pork and Garlic can't. Pork's chop is too slow. That tracks. Mixed feelings on this. Garlic is strong and fun. If you can add one thing, losing the Garlic feels like you lost to Garlic and not the player. That is not a buff. I don't know what this is doing here. Increase starters, but I hear you. Increase starter scaling on all dash follow-ups. This I'd be potentially open to. I think it's a little bullshit that cross-up trip can lead to so much damage. So that would be tempting. Oh gosh, I'm getting called out. Paul, why did you say one thing? 5S is frame 5 projectile invuln. 5SS is traveling, plus 10 frames when done from full screen. And or 5S's hurt boxes extend backwards in the case of cross-ups. I don't like reversal 5S. So 5S just being really strong against projectiles. I'll think about it. Thank you, what appealed to it? Modding and free browser, small novel game, modding community and modding, and arcade. Wonderful. We're working on it. Fun times and other thoughts. Thank you, good game, and doesn't play vanilla. I assume this means they play like exclusively modded characters. That's sick, honestly. Thank you to everyone who filled out the survey. A brief Scramble Heart City update. We have our next playtest this weekend, so in 3 days. It starts Friday morning and ends Sunday night. If you go to scrambleheart.city now, we make it much easier to find the playtest. Before, like, you had to already know about the Discord. Now we advertise it on the main page when the weekend starts, and there's more pointers to it and information. But join the Discord to get all the latest information. We've been continuing production on character number 6 Goth. I've been doing some dev streams about her recently that have been super fun. And, it says show brief gameplay demo, but I'm going to skip this one for now because of our audio issues. We have 2 new stages, a day-night version of a new stage, I should clarify. We have 1 new song that's going to go on the cliff stage. We are testing, the big feature for this month is the new lobby system. I am crunching pretty hard on it right now to have it ready in time. There will probably be kinks, but I am optimistic. The deadline motivates me. And a huge one that landed just like right after the previous playtest, that we improved texture compression again. So there should be even faster loading times and even less memory issues for people, especially with weaker hardware. So big meaningful changes. I know some people were hoping to play Goth this month. She's definitely not ready for that. She's missing too many fundamental things. She's got some cool stuff, but she's just missing too many. She can't throw, she can't do supers. We're gonna try our best to have her playable in January. She'll be rough still. She'll have like very limited animation on certain things, but I'd love to get her into people's hands and get other opinions on, what's working, what's fun, what's not fun. Because she's gonna be, I think we get more adventurous with almost every character, and she's gonna be the most adventurous one yet in terms of new mechanics and what do you call it? Even just like game feel with her like hold specials. Kerbo asks, is Book dead in the water? Book's doing fine. Book's happy and healthy. He's chilling. Are you talking about like cleaning up? Because that's still happening, just slower. It's more of we have 2 animators. It used to be Savvy did the roughs and the cleanup. Now we have a new animator, Onyx, who's working on the cleanup. And at times, Savvy has to help out or like do some additional polishing, or we're still like reworking some moves that had placeholder animation. Now we're just sort of waiting to clean up the last few things. Gameplay. His crouch super is still gonna change. I don't like the way the current one works, but I feel like everything else is in a final place, and I really like it. No! Well, boo for you, Kerbo. Q&A. If you have any questions, please post them in the chat. If you posted them earlier, please post them again. Mystical asks, has Sam told you what the SHC collab is? For clarification, Sam being Sam Eng, the developer behind Skate Story, which is being published by Devolver, just launched yesterday to really good reviews. I'm so happy for him. Sam is a friend, IRL, and a bunch of indie developers were given the opportunity to put little like visual cameos in Skate Story. So I submitted some artwork. I think he confirmed that at least like Rosie's grenade is in the game somewhere as like a sticker that you can probably like put on your board. I don't know if some of the art designs made it in. I think we did like a board design with Gain on it. But honestly, he's been so busy with the release, I haven't wanted to bother him too much about it. So definitely, I haven't played the game yet. I don't know if this is stuff that you like unlock later or really deep end game. So there may be more stuff in there than what's visible right now. I would love to hear what, if anything, people find. So definitely keep me posted. I will read this out loud. As I mentioned earlier in the stream, it's no secret. Kerbo is one of the people working on arcade mode. So Kerbo asks, Paulazoid, I've been wondering for a while now, Kerbo is typing. I've been wondering for a while now, just how much of arcade is everyone allowed to talk about? Nice thinking emoji. Obviously everyone wants a big surprise, but there's also people who are quite curious, so I'm most curious what your opinion is. That's a fair question. We had a little trailer that we showed last month. Again, I'm not going to show it right now because the app audio isn't working. How much is arcade allowed to be talked about? I want to have enough to whet people's appetite, but I also know a lot of this stuff is still being edited. I think the biggest mistake we can make in this situation, what I learned, is showing people stuff and building the expectation that they'll be able to do this thing, but later on in development we realize, oh, that's a bad idea, or we want to replace it with something that we think is better. And then there's that expectation and disappointment. So that's my biggest reason for sort of keeping it close to the chest, because it's not done until it's done, and I don't want to prematurely release anything. But if you have a trusted person, you're more than welcome to talk about it and talk about the details, and you're not under like NDA or anything. I mean, like you can't show proprietary source code kind of stuff, but you're not under NDA for talking about like the details and the cool stuff you're working on. Can we add Rosie to TLA? That's my question. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna. I actually just had a really nice catch up with Amy yesterday. We hadn't talked in a minute. They're cool with me doing some like TLA cameos and Scramble Heart and putting little Easter eggs and stuff like that in. But in general, I think I still want to keep the IPs pretty separate. TLA is its own thing. Scramble Heart City is its own thing. We'll put in some little nods to all the TLA fans, but I don't think we'll go backwards. Anything you can try to add to the engine via modding and using Onion or something, always feel free within the UGC abilities that you have, but nothing official. There you go, Kerbo, exactly. Mr. Claw asks, what kind of features can we expect for the SHC beta this weekend? Good question, Mr. Claw. Some of the things you can look forward to, because, this is what we worked on. Goth is not ready, but you can look forward to new stages, a new song that's going to be on the Cliffs stage, new lobby system that I'll be working on later tonight, and better load times. And then there's a few smaller character-specific things that I've already been posting in the patch notes channel in the Discord, like small amendments. We're changing how Gain's teleport works, and the bicycle kick. That's probably the biggest one. There's small things. A universal change we made is that 2C, the universal launcher anti-air, used to be invulnerable versus air on frame 1. So, which I don't think a lot of people realized. So if I was trying to do a really cool meaty safe jump on you, you could just wake up launcher, which is pretty fast. It's like a 12, 13 frame move, depending on how you count startup. And then if you safe blocked the launcher, I could just cancel the launcher into 5C into special move and take my turn. It was really strong. So now the anti-air invuln kicks in on frame 3, and you do still have a shorter hurt box. You have your crouching hurt box for the startup. So it still is, in my testing, a very reliable anti-air, but it does not beat meaties anymore. It does not need the frame 1 Kevin. Just to ask, did you fix the keyboard binding so we can use directional pad? Directional pad on your controller, or do you mean the arrow keys? If you mean the arrow keys, those are still not mappable for now. That might be something I'm able to patch in during the weekend. Thank you for reminding me. I honestly forgot about that piece of feedback. I have to prioritize a few other things first. That could be an easy win. My big concern is just the reason why we have it that way is that you always have a reliable way to traverse menus that don't care about controllers. But we could theoretically not have that assumption. That might require some bigger changes. It's one thing to just let you map them, but then menus might still be expecting them to work, and you'll if you mapped one of the arrow keys to down, if you mapped the down arrow to up on your controller, for example, then pressing it would appear to do nothing on menus because it would still count both ways. And theoretically, if you have access to a keyboard, you should have access to a mouse, and so the mouse could be our always traversable fallback. You can always use the mouse. If you get in a weird state, you can traverse everything in the game with the mouse. I think there are workarounds. If you're used to playing with your right hand, map comma period slash and L or something. It's not exactly the same, but good to know that that's a pain point. Please continue to let us know in the feature requests and the bug channels what is painful for people, and the more people that complain, the more I know to prioritize it. Because there's a million things to fix and a million things to add and improve, so it helps knowing what the people want. 2 more questions, no more. Tyrant news, nothing I can share at this time. And have you thought about what you want from the item character, or are you taking it one at a time? We're taking it kind of 2 at a time. Want to have some slack ahead so we don't hit a bottleneck in production. So we're working on Goth. Tyrant is almost completely planned out, moveset wise. We need to finish the character design work. You may have seen Savvy working on him earlier this week, late last week. And stuff will change in the process, it always does. We have vague ideas for item character. We have vague ideas for Two Swords character. I don't know what we're gonna call him yet because his personality's changing a lot as we talk about him. And I think the plan would be to do... I think if all things were equal, the item character might be a fun pick for the first DLC, the first post-release, as a big, ooh, interesting character with a lot of interesting gimmicks and feel like DLC, right? So they might make sense to push to the 9th slot and do 2 swords as number 8. But I don't feel that strongly about that. That's if all things are even. It's funny because like with the item character, we have the character design, but I have no idea what I'm going to do for the mechanics. I have thoughts, I have wants, I have goals, but the couple of things I've started to sketch out don't seem like they're working. And the 2 swords character has changed a lot. I want to be careful about what I say, but I want to explore a way to make him a high skill ceiling character through timing, through like a just frame kind of stuff. The challenge will be, how do you design a character where you get meaningful reward for hitting these timing windows, but the character still feels decent and strong if you're not hitting that, because I don't want them to be inaccessible to beginner and intermediate players. That is always the balancing act for I've been discovering with a lot of these more complex mechanical things, like how do you make the character still feel strong to a beginner. I think Harmony is pretty good at this in terms of flight is intimidating and pretty underutilized by most people who like play her at conventions and are, you know, have very limited experience, but they get to use her messed up specials and her big ground buttons, and she can still feel strong, even though what actually makes her strong at a high level, I believe, is, yes, some of the specials and flight. So it's all about trying to find that special place, that special balance. It's fun. I love it. Cool. It is December 2025. We went into open beta in January 2021, and I think I started doing these streams and videos in like May of 2021, somewhere around the summer. It's an immense privilege. If I'm counting correctly, that will be 4 years next month. That'll be 4 years and 21 days. Oh, 5 years. I can't do math. That'll be 5 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Immense privilege. It's a joy. And I'm so excited for you all to play my new game and try out all my new ideas. And I hope I can continue to keep you enraptured and entertained. Thank you so much for stopping by. We'll be doing another one of these in early January. Stay tuned on the Discord for the exact date. I'm grateful. So, happy holidays. Have a good night.